In this lecture, we're going to write a class. A class is a blueprint for creating objects. It's not the actual object itself. In the real world, we have blueprints for houses and other things. They're instructions for how to build something. In the programming world, classes can be considered blueprints for objects. It gives our machine instructions for creating an object. In your editor, open the robot.cs file. Let's create a class for our robots. Inside the file, type the word class. There are a few things worth noting. Firstly, the class keyword is indented. This formatting is common practice. Code written from within curly brackets is referred to as a block of code. A block of code should always be indented. It's not necessary. C# won't throw errors for unformatted code. However, this formatting practice is meant to help developers visualize the hierarchy of code. This class is defined inside the namespace. Therefore, it should be indented to help us understand that. Here's a general rule of thumb. Anytime you add curly braces, the code inside them should be indented. The second thing worth noting is the class keyword. It's highlighted with the same color as the namespace color. We have another reserved keyword on our hands. The class keyword will instruct the program to create a class. After typing this word, we need to give our class a name. The name of our class will be called Robot. Lastly, add a pair of curly brackets. Once again, code written inside the curly brackets will be indented. Curly brackets help our program understand what code is related to our class. Anything we type inside these curly brackets will be associated with this class. If we type code outside the curly brackets, they won't be a part of the class. We're finished. We've successfully created our first class. It doesn't do anything, but that's fine. As we progress through the lecture, we'll add more logic. Our goal was to simply create a class. There are two things worth mentioning. The name of the class is Pascal cased. Microsoft recommends using Pascal casing for the name of your classes. For the rest of this course, let's follow this naming convention. Lastly, the name of the class matches the name of the file. This convention is extremely important to understand. Unlike before, this step is not optional. Unity expects most C# files to have a class with the same name. The names are case sensitive. If we were to use a different name, we might encounter errors. For this reason, developers will use Pascal casing for their file names. If your file names are formatted incorrectly, I recommend adjusting them before moving on. In the following lecture, let's add data to the class.